Hi, John. It's Nick. I just wanted to ask you about tonight's game, Wolverhampton versus Spurs.
Wolverhampton Wanderers, Nick. Looking forward to it.
So, yeah, there's a history of high-scoring games the last couple of seasons. How do you think tonight will pan out in the end?
Well, I hope it will be quite a high-scoring game. That means it'll be entertaining. It'll be nice to see both teams attacking, but it's funny, both teams like to play on the counter-attack. So it'll be interesting tactically to see how tonight's game goes. But Wolves are at home, so you'd imagine that they would want to got a good manager, and I would imagine he'll be asking for to go out and get this win. But Spurs need a win again after a couple of bad results, and I'm sure they'll be all out tonight to try and get the 3 points.
Yeah, you say all out, and it's two teams that both play on the counter-attack. So it could be an interesting game. And both teams coming off the back of two losses each. Oh, sorry, two losses for Spurs and one loss for Wolves. So do you think which one will bounce back?
Well, Wolves are at home, so it'd be interesting. But I think it could be Spurs tonight because of the way Wolves will have to attack, being at home and, well, trying to get the 3 points or at least a point. But I hope it's a game that both teams just try and go out to win the game. You know, I can't say, even though I love Spurs, I can't say I've enjoyed watching them play recently. The type of football, even when we played Arsenal, I know they got the win and people say, oh, Josie's a winner and, you know, that's the way he plays and it makes you win matches. But Liverpool play attacking football from start to finish. And I have to admit, I'm loving watching Liverpool at the minute. And I like to watch teams, you know that go and try and win every game playing attacking quality football.
Sure. And Wolves do that, don't they? They play it out from the back, and they've got some crafty little players like Neves, and the new lad, he looks a little bit like Jota to me, Neto. He's a crafty little player, isn't he?
Yeah. They seem to get them, I don't know, especially if they come from Spain and Portugal in particular. And he comes up with some cracking players, and it shows you. There's a player in goal, Patricio. He's just a steady Eddie, but I like him. You know, a few years back, he could have been at West Brom. I just wish they'd taken him. But Wolves have had him now, and he's in goal every week. And you know, he's not the most flash goalkeeper, but he's reliable. He's reliable, and that's important for a goalkeeper, Nick.
Yes, it is. So another former player of yourself playing at Spurs now, Dele. He's obviously been in the news a lot of recent weeks. What do you think of his situation at the club?
Yeah, I worry about it a wee bit because he's a boy I really like, and I think he's done really well when he was at Spurs, and you know, especially the early stages, he was, and for England as well. And now he's not even in the plans for England, which is a real shame with a talent like his. It seems a real waste that he's not playing. And obviously, something's happened with Jose Mourinho and him. At the beginning, it looked like he was going to make him, you know, he's main man and build the team around him. But it does happen, and whether Dele's not been working hard enough, I wouldn't have thought so. Knowing the boy from my time with Carl Robinson at MK Dons, he works his socks off. So, and it's just his style. He makes mistakes. He does a back heel, but big deal. It was miles up the field. I like to see that. He tried to win it back, actually, and the ball went backwards. So I can't see why the game against Stoke in particular, that it was a big problem, because there's a lot goes on after you lose the ball up in the last third. You know, there's plenty of people could have stopped it.
Sure. So I saw only the highlights, and it seemed like he had a couple of chances as well, some good chances.
It looked like he had a decent game, Nick, to be honest. Everybody said he had a decent game. But anyway, that's one situation with Dele. But I still want to see Spurs. They've got two fantastic players up front at the minute. You can't underestimate them at all. Yeah, they're reliable to score goals at any given time. Even when the team's under pressure, Harry and Son in particular. It's a shame Gareth Bale hasn't had a chance to play much either. He seems to still have little niggles now and again. I was excited about him coming and was really looking forward to him being out there on a Spurs strip.
Yeah, I listened to Tim Sherwood the other night, and he said that he was expecting more of an impact from him. He might have played more. They were expecting him to play more. But with the likes of Kane, do you think with the amount of work he does in the game, do you think he can keep that up throughout a season? Where he gets back, wins headers on the goal line?
Yeah, even on the set plays against, he's outstanding. But as Alan Shearer and people saying, that's a good centre forward. That's what he's sometimes. And even when he gets out wide, he puts in a good cross as well. And he's passing from deep. He puts in people like Son. It's a good tactic, but I still like to see him at times further up the pitch, and keeping his energy really just for scoring goals.
Yeah, I see. So, John, how do you think the game will end up? Can you give us a prediction?
Well, I hope it's a good game. So I'm hoping that we might get some goals today. I would still go for Spurs to sneak it. So it's either 2-1 or a tighter game, 3-2 for Spurs.
So, yeah, they average about 4 or 5 goals against each other, these two, in the last 4 meetings, I'd say. So you think it could be another 3-2 or a 2-2? Very interesting.
Well, I'm only just hoping for that, because that means it's worth watching, isn't it? It's going to be a cracking game. And
yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, John. Well, thank you for joining us. And I'll be talking more about your career on this channel, and also showing football lovers some of your memorabilia that you handed down to me, Dad.
No, son, you're right. You've got more than me. I've only got this strip up on the wall, and another 2 famous ones as well. Yeah.
Okay, I think next time you can show us the other one, and maybe we can talk about the Celtic games as well.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about some of the interesting parts of my career, America as well. Some great stuff there as well. So anyway, and Carlisle United. But I look forward to speaking to you the next time we come on.
That'd be great, John. I'm glad you joined me. Thanks very much, Dad.
Bye-bye, Nick.
See ya.